Hi friends, happy February 3rd to February. Yeah. Today we are using a new deck. My friend Alyssa got this for me for my birthday. Thank you so much. Shout out Alyssa. This is the Heavenly Bloom Tarot deck. I'm very excited to use this. I cleansed it earlier this morning. And it has a little book pamphlet like for the descriptions that I kind of flipped through this morning. And it looks like most of the cards kind of are the same, but instead of referencing my written notes today, I will be referencing this little booklet so we can all together get a feel of this deck, and I'm very, very excited. And I'll probably give it a good shuffle too, but look, you can see it's like shiny pink. It's beautiful. This is what the back looks like. And then this is the Queen of Laurels, which I'm assuming is Pentacles, but we'll find out together. Very cute. Oh shit, this deck is fucking big. But you know what? I think I can hold it. We're gonna get started. This is gonna be a great week. Actually, I don't know. We're gonna find out. Okay. Let me uncross my legs. Spirits, how will our week be as a whole? Whoa. Okay, yeah, it's gonna take me some time to get used to this deck. Spirits, what will our week look like as a whole? Spirits, what will our week look like as a whole? Okay, well, the first one that came out is the Hierophant, so I'm gonna take that. And 5 cards came out. I'm not gonna take all 5, that's too many. The Hierophant. Normally, this is a card I know as your blessings are gonna come true. So I'm gonna show the card. Somehow show it without the glare. And then we're gonna read about it. Oh my god. Okay, the Hierophant, or Hierophant. I don't know. Tomato. Ooh, okay. So this is for my week as a whole. And basically what this says is the Hierophant is the authority that greets people and takes them under his wing. This card symbolizes mentorship and the learning of fundamentals. Before you can break the rules, you must learn them. The Hierophant is the ideal teacher. This is also a card of groups and community. Finding others you identify with can open doors to further learning. So, a little different than what I was saying with your blessings are coming true. But all cards in different decks kind of mean a little bit of different things. But what I'm getting from this in terms of your week as a whole is learn from others, but also educate others. I'm also getting just come together, because it says it's a card of groups and community. Come together with people, learn things, open your mind, open your heart. Hopefully that makes sense. So your week as a whole, the Hierophant, finding doors for further learning. But bear with me here, this is a brand new deck. This is not going to be our ideal reading, and that's okay. Card 2. Spirits, what is something unexpected that will arise this week? Ooh, she popped out. This is the Page of Cups. Ooh, that's a really pretty card. Okay, I'm going to show the card. I'm going to look at definition. Amazing. Page of Cups, bringer of good news. I know the Page of Cups, we know the Page of Cups as a new emotional movement forward, emotional opportunities, emotional newness. But this says, bringer of good news. The Page is a kind, youthful person with deep intuition who's a bit of an idealist. They represent your inner child and embracing the fun in life. So in terms of something unexpected that will arise this week, I would say nurture your inner child and have a good fucking time. This is so funny because I was just talking about this with someone. I think it was my boyfriend, and we were talking with our friends, and we were saying how, do you remember when you were a kid and you would just run around the yard and not really worry about anything because you were having so much fun? And I was like, why don't we do that now? Not a asking the question, but more of we should be doing that now. So I think this week something unexpected that will arise. Could be either a person coming in that is youthful and fun, or maybe even like a kid. Not like you're gonna have a baby, but like maybe you'll be around someone's kid or something, or a cousin or a family member. But I'm also getting like, nurture your inner child and have a good time this week. Allow yourself to embrace the youthful kindness of yourself, like the deeper part of yourself that we have shut out. And I talk about inner child work frequently in these readings, so that's kind of what I'm getting. Moving on. Spirits, how can we stay grounded and balanced this week? I really can't hold these cards. Spirits, how can we stay grounded and balanced this week? How can we stay grounded and balanced this week? How can we... Okay. Today is a little bit of a struggle, but that's okay. We are embracing the process. We have the Three of Wands. This is a cool little card. I like this a lot. I'll show the card. So what I know, the Three of Wands is normally like thinking of your dreams and ideas. I'm gonna just say that in a nutshell. Thinking about doing something new and kind of like wondering. Progression and expansion. The plan is underway, but there are more opportunities for growth. Dream bigger than your comfort zone. Yeah. So how can you stay grounded and balanced this week? I would say like really acknowledging and embodying the idea that you are your own mind's limit. And if you are filling your head with negativity and the ideas of like, nothing goes my way, opportunities never come to me, you won't get them. You know what I mean? But if you remain in the mental place of, hold on, sorry, give me a second. Ooh, I love this. So the Wands cards represent fire, the element of fire, and they represent our spirit. And the fire in our spirit fuels our action, passion, inspiration, and ambition. And so in terms of how to stay grounded and balanced this week, I would say like constantly be fueling the things that make you passionate, the things that inspire you, because if you start to think negatively, your dreams won't come true. So if you want your dreams to come true, you have to light the fire under your ass, and also in your head and your heart. And you need to, like it says right here, dream bigger than your comfort zone. So like low-key, how can you stay grounded and balanced this week is get out of your comfort zone. And that's hella fucking funny. I can't pull it up because I'm filming this on my phone, but today on my CoStar app, if you guys don't have CoStar, I recommend it. I'm not gonna get into it further. It was just saying this month is about getting out of your comfort zone. Get out of your comfort zone. It's very hard. A lot of the times, like even today, when I was in my hot yoga class, like a few things happened. I'm not gonna say what they were. You know what? I'm gonna just say what they were. A woman came and helped my boyfriend with something, and immediately I was like looking at her and I'm like, is this bitch about to flirt with my man? But she wasn't. She is the new assistant, and I thought about it in my class, and I was sitting there and I was like, okay, this made me uncomfortable, but this was an opportunity for me to grow. And if I can dream bigger to a point where it's like, and this is very silly and insecure and simple, but these are one of the things I deal with, whatever. Everyone is different. If I can get to a point where I can be around women and not feel threatened when they're around my partner, that would be successful for me in terms of building trust and in my relationship and within myself. That's a very tiny spiel. I'm not gonna go any further, but get out of your comfort zone. And the point I was trying to say was I was sitting there and I was thinking like, oh, this is happening for me. This is happening for me to grow. Period. When things happen that we don't like, that we're like, why is this happening to me? It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's happening for you. Card 4. What is an important emotion we will feel this week? Spirits, what is an important emotion that we will feel this week? This is the 5 of Cups. Ooh, this individual looks very upset. And I have it like down like this so that the glare from my light doesn't show. Hopefully you can see that. The 5 of Cups. Yeah, okay. Important emotion that you will feel this week. This says regret and remorse. Focusing too much on the negatives and not realizing that there are positives. And I think this can happen to a lot of people when unfortunate things happen in our life, like finances, maybe you lose a job, maybe you're realizing you need to get a new job, maybe the point is something is happening in your life. And if you focus too much on the negative and not of like the idea of like, oh, this is an opportunity for me to grow, you will be unhappy. So an important emotion you will feel this week could be regret and remorse, but if you feel that way, I want you to remind yourself that you can see the positive things in any negative situation. Now, if like your mother dies, that's very unfortunate, you know? A lot of times when I think about bad things happening and practicing on like seeing them in a better perspective, I'll kind of think about something that is hurtful, like a parent passing away. But if you were to think of it in a positive way, we can be grateful for the experiences we had with said individual, with a job, with an opportunity, with a person, whatever it is. We can remind ourselves that even if things don't work out in the end, there are grateful things to be appreciative of. So be on the lookout this week for feelings of regret and remorse, but I really want you to practicing gratitude, but also finding the positive, because when you shift your perspective that way, you'll find yourself regretting things less and you'll find yourself feeling down less. It's very hard, it's not easy, but give it a shot. Card 5. Something that will inspire me. Spirits, what is something that will inspire us this week? Okay, I'm getting a better grip on this deck now. Spirits, what is something that will inspire us this week? Ooh, oh my god, the Strength card is beautiful. And I did see another one, so I'm just going to take it. The Knight of Wands. Wow, these cards are really cute. Okay, so Strength. We are familiar with this card. And something that will inspire me is, of course I'm going to read the description, but for the Strength card, what I'm going to tell you right now is that every tough obstacle that you've had happen to you in your life, you've overcome it. Everything that has ever happened to you where it's caused you pain and regret and remorse or sadness, whatever it is, you have gotten through it. Because we as people, actually fuck people, we as energetic embodiment stars are so strong. And we are capable of so much. And then we have the Knight of Wands. This is a very nice card too. I couldn't tell if this was a woman or a man, but I think it's a man. It doesn't matter though, gender doesn't exist anymore really. Here we go. Knight of Wands. Alrighty, I'm going to read both of the definitions of those. We will start with the Strength card. Wow, okay. For Strength, it says, this card points to your powerful inner strength, which enables you to control any situation. Kind of like what I was just saying. Turn this passion, courage, and desire within yourself into a powerful energy that you can use to overcome any obstacle in your path. Period. Knight of Wands. I feel like I just don't really need to elaborate on the Strength card. Because something that can inspire you this week is how fucking strong you are. Remind yourself. Something my aunt always says to me is, you need to remember what a bad bitch you are. So you need to remember that you a badass motherfucker. Man, woman, I don't care. I don't know. That you just are so strong. You a badass. And that you're a warrior. Because they're describing this person as a warrior. Oh, I didn't show this card. Did I show this card? Pursuit and passion. Fearless. The Knight charges head first into concrete action with an attractive charisma. So something that will inspire me this week, I would say, is like our ability to go head first into things and kind of like dive in. If there's something you're a little iffy about, remind yourself that you are so strong and that it's really good to try things. That's kind of what I'm getting. With an attractive charisma, pursuit, and passion. I would just say if there's anything like this week that comes up that you feel a little like insecure about, like not confident, like if you're iffy about like, this is silly, but wearing that outfit or talking to this person or doing this certain thing, if you catch yourself this week questioning yourself, I want you to dive head first and do it. Simply, that's what I'm getting. Card 6, how will the spirit guides speak to us this week? Spirits, how are you going to talk to us this week? We love hearing from you. How are you going to talk to us this week? 2 of Wands. And the 5 of Wands. Okay, I'm going to take both of them because why not? This is the only 2. So the 2 of Wands I know as like a decision. That's all I'm going to say. And then the 5 of Wands I know is kind of like a conflicting matter. But we're going to read about it. 2 of Wands, planning and decision making. The journey toward a new world requires sufficient planning and preparation. I'm gonna show this card. This is the 2 of Wands. And like immediately when I looked at this card, I kind of envision she is creating her own world with that gem she has, and she is kind of like, I'm getting like, when they say like sufficient planning and preparation, like the journey to a new world, I'm getting like you're entering a new era of your life, and it's taking like not just 2 decisions like this or that. I think this is taking like multiple things. Like how the spirit guides will speak to you this week, because that's the question for these cards, is I think you need to think outside the box in terms of like creating the world you want to make for yourself. Like it's not just I can be this or I can be that. It's you can be more. You can be multiple things. You don't need to be this or that. Nothing needs to be this or that. I'm trying to think of what needs to be this or that. Unless you go get a hot dog and they only have ketchup and mustard, then you can only have this or that. You can only have ketchup and mustard. Or you can have nothing. Or you can have both though. So like theoretically, there's never this or that. And the point I'm trying to make is not about hot dogs. It's about opening your mind to ideas of creating your own world. You don't have to necessarily make one decision. You are always making decisions to creating the reality that you want to create. That was fire. And then the 5 of Wands, which I did like briefly look over. I'll show the card as I read. Here you go. So this is 2 individuals, and they're kind of, normally this is the card of conflict, but they look like they're about to kiss. A joyous celebration. Oh shit, that's the wrong one. Here we go. A royal battle. Girl, I'm illiterate today. A royal battle for glory. I'm illiterate every day. Competition and rivalry, chaos and butting heads, but without animosity. So how the spirit guides will speak to you this week. I think there will be a little bit of conflict, a little bit of chaos. I feel like that happens just a lot in general, especially if you're like a social individual. And I'm not really getting this is like a make or break thing. I'm not really getting this is bad. I'm not even getting like a fight. I'm not really getting that. Because if I was getting that, I'll tell you. But in terms with the 2 of Wands, I'm getting like, first of all, whatever competition and chaos this is going to make you grow. Whatever competition and chaos this is going to guide you in the decision making you need to create the reality that you want. You're welcome. That's how your spirit guides will speak to you this week. I think you're going to have multiple decisions. And if you haven't been asking yourself, what is the world and the reality I want to create for myself? Maybe start asking. What, like, lately that's something I've really been doing. Like whenever I'm in a stressful situation now, I'm fucking sitting there and I'm like, okay, like, who do I want to be right now? You can pause. No one is forcing you to do shit. You can pause at any time, and you can pause in a moment of chaos or conflict. You can pause in a moment of decision making, and you can take your time. No one's rushing you, and you can create the reality that you want to create. Last card, I'm kind of bummed, but I think we're going to play with this deck going forward. because why not? So last card, how to best support myself this week. Spirits, how can we best support ourselves this week? Spirits, how can we best... Ooh, 8 of Cups, knowing when to walk away from a situation. And I think that's very good with like the theme of this reading, because I'm getting a lot of like, low-key I kind of forgot what the other cards mean because I'm just not familiar. But I'm gonna read this card and then we're gonna like tap it all together like I normally do. So here's the 8 of Cups. And we know this is like walking away from something that's no longer serving you. It's probably like a similar description. So these people have names, and I'm gonna learn more information about this deck, so just bear with me. But this person's name is You, Y-U-U. So it says, You escapes a life that has no future and travels to a new land. Walking away, escaping a situation that has no future. Well, escaping a situation that has no future is not cowardice, but courage. That's beautiful. Know when to walk away from things. It's okay. It's okay. You know what I mean? You can walk away from things that don't serve you. Because it don't serve you. It's not going to help you grow. Take that how it resonates. I don't know. Let's recap. There will be a lot of cuts in this scene. So our week as a whole is mentorship, groups and communities, finding others that you identify with that can open doors to further learning. So the theme of this week is to expose yourself to people who further your growth, who further your development. But also, like, I say this a lot, surround yourself with people that feed your soul, that fuel your soul. That's our week as a whole. That was the Hierophant. And then we had the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups was for something unexpected that will arrive, and this was the talk we had about embracing your inner child and embracing the fun in life. So something unexpected that will arise could be another individual that you maybe see or are around that is so youthful and enjoying life. But I think it's important for us to practice the embodiment of nurturing our inner child and also like bringing the inner child back into life. I'm not saying you need to go out here and like run around a playground and chase people with boogers. That's not really what I'm saying, but I'm saying you can laugh about things, you can find the joy in things, you can ask joyful, curious questions. Like, think about you can worry less. You can, you know, like the thing, I feel like when you become an adult, a lot of people are like, oh, I wish I was a kid again, blah, blah, blah. I'm not saying you can be a kid again, but you can change the way you think about things and you can practice being happier. Does that make sense? I feel like you get what I'm saying, so I'm not gonna elaborate because this video is getting long. 3 of Wands. This was for how can I stay grounded and balanced this week, and this was to get out of your comfort zone. How can you stay grounded and balanced this week? Simply dream bigger, do more, envision the future and do it. It will be hard, it will be uncomfortable, but anything that's uncomfortable is for your growth. And then card 4, an important emotion that we will feel this week was the 5 of Cups, and I do remember this one. This was the feelings of regret and remorse, but remembering that in every bad situation, we have to practice seeing the positive. And then for something that will inspire me, card 5, we had the Strength card and we had the Knight of Wands. And this was basically like going at any decision you're wanting to make, or if you find yourself second guessing yourself, go at it headstrong, go at it head first, and remind yourself that you are a warrior. And then we had card 6, how will my spirit guide speak to me this week? We had the 2 of Wands and the 5 of Wands. I should have been showing these cards, I apologize. So this was taking the kind of like what I'm getting is like taking the conflict and the chaos and using it as an opportunity to grow and using it to make multiple decisions and building the world and the reality that you want to live. And the last card, how to best support myself this week, was the 8 of Cups. How to best support yourself this week is letting go of the things that aren't serving you, letting go of the things that are not helping you progress. Simply. This was a really good reading. I think you have like kind of like a lot going on this week, a lot of like low-key like future planning, which is very exciting. I'm very glad we got to use this new deck. She's a cutie, she's a baddie. We're gonna continue to use her. And let me know if any of this resonates with you. I love chatting in the comments. I will see you guys next week.